An illegal factory uncovered by police in a Dakar suburb, but almost unnoticed in a corner of a dingy basement, a group of young girls, some as young as 10. In Bangladesh, this is what passes for part of the workforce.
I went to school for 4 years, but I have to work because we are poor.
They are not the reason for the raid, but they should be. They work 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, they told me, for just 70 US cents a day. Amazingly, they are happy and consider themselves lucky. Child workers are part of the black economy here. They are cheap and plentiful, and in a country where the majority of the population face a daily battle for survival, they are grateful for what they get.
This is a typical Bangladesh backstreet factory where youngsters are working alongside adults. It's said worldwide that 1 in every 6 children are working underage. In Bangladesh, that figure could be higher. Kids as young as 8 are beginning their working lives in places like this. For them, there is no choice.
Choice is a luxury. It's one that Ujjal Mutin and his family can't afford. Ujjal is 10 years old. He left school and started work at this Dhaka glass factory a few weeks ago. He works 16 hours a day in hot, filthy conditions with 1 day off a week. For that, he earns just over $1 a day.
We don't feel the heat in the factory. We like it.
A strange and cautious answer from a boy wary of upsetting his employer. On top of his working day, it takes Ujjal an hour by foot and boat to go to work, returning to a one-room dwelling he shares with his parents, grandmother, 2 brothers and 2 sisters. This is what passes for home.
I have to send him to the factory because my husband cannot earn enough money to pay for more than rice and rent. With Ujjal's money, we can buy vegetables and fish. I feel bad that he cannot go to school, but what can I do? We are poor.
Exploitation of children is nothing new, but in Bangladesh, parents actually offer their children for work.
Aren't some of them a bit too young to work?
No, there's no problem. There's no risk.
According to the latest survey, it's estimated that nearly 5 million children are working in Bangladesh. Education for girls is free, but parents have to pay for boys over the age of 11. Bangladesh is under international pressure from worthy social organisations to stop child employment. But they don't take into consideration that families can only survive here because of the money children earn.
No parents want to send their children to work, especially in hazardous conditions, but most are helpless. They send them to the factories to save their families. They know this is harmful to their kids, but they don't have an alternative.
I miss school. I used to know everybody. The teacher used to tell us stories, and during the break we used to play. I love all those things.
Across town, the private fee-paying Vikrayaneza Girls' School, the other side of Bangladesh's education coin, where girls are tutored to be the leaders of tomorrow. The stark contrast of the haves and those that will never have in a poor developing country like Bangladesh. Tony Birtley, Al Jazeera, Dhaka.